Welcome everybody, we're here with IPE for once. We're actually doing a collab video. I'm playing one of my favourite games. You guys know I've had videos of this on my channel before. Horizon Zero Dawn, and it's really good, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately for PS4 players, it isn't a PS4 exclusive, and IPE does not own a PS4. So he has not had the liberty of playing it, or the pleasure of playing it in my opinion, but he's just playing the start of the game. I reckon we'll play about an hour, but obviously I'll edit it down for you guys to show some of the funny moments, or I guess big moments of the game in the first hour. I have an idea of where you're going to get to, so I'll just, when you've got to it, I'll just like stop you. But there is an opening section that some say is kind of boring, but yeah. So I think the game looks good. Would you say it looks good from a pure PC player?
Well, bearing in mind, I talk about being a PC gamer, but my PC actually isn't amazing. It is about as good as a console anyway, but what I do, it's really nice looking. I tend not to play. Wow, that's not very nice.
Yeah, I know. It's like
she's cuter than them, so.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, John. Oh.
No, it's in as a child.
Keep it PG, yeah. No, okay. That's one of the main points of the start of the game, I guess, the fact that she's an outcast. But I was this got PS4 exclusive of the year, and if I remember right, I'm not sure if it was exclusive of the year overall. It obviously didn't get Game of the Year, unfortunately. I thought it deserved it, but can't lie, there were a lot of good games, despite it being sort of a slow year for gaming. But I'm just happy that Guerrilla came out and showed that they could actually make a really good game. It's really good open world. The combat, the gameplay is just amazing. It's one of my favourite games for gameplay this year, definitely. So I'm very happy with how it turned out. So if there's another game from that developer, then I'll be perfectly happy with that in 2018.
Yeah. I think that the animation is a bit weird and slightly alien. Like when she crushed the berries earlier, it was quite weird.
I know. For me at least, the true graphical prowess is shown when you're just wandering around, and it'll be sunset or sunrise, one of those just naturally thought of as beautiful scenes, and then you'll see it in this game. It looks stunning, and I've got screenshots, and that's another thing that they had in a photo mode, which in a lot of games is a bit pointless, but in this it's like actually really handy, just because it's such a good looking game.
I apologise, guys. I've only used the Steam controller.
So yes, actually.
And even then,
okay,
like,
so
barely.
It sort of gives it to you slowly, but just left stick move, right stick look around. That's the typical for all games mostly.
Yeah, I know.
And then circle is roll, but square is crouch.
This must be a ruin of the metal world.
So if you didn't know about this game, it's set in the future. So obviously this is remains of humankind. You can see rails and stuff. She's fallen into one of the they live as tribes, and she's fallen into a ruin, if you like, and they're banned. They're they're not outcasts because Ada herself is an outcast, but all of the ruins are sort of what do you call them? Not banned, you're shunned if you go in there. They're sort of evil places that you're not supposed to ever go near or touch.
I see. So it's like haunted places where you die if you go, sort of thing.
Yeah. Or it's forbidden. There you go. That's it. Forbidden. We got there in the end, boys. Right. Forbidden to get there. We'll go there at least. And she's fallen into one, so just have a wander around. One thing in games that I actually noticed is if there's it's not as dramatic as it used to be, but there's light shining on the door. There's always light showing you where to go in a subtle way that's not too dramatically destroying.
I'm taking the hint that I'm supposed to go through there.
Yeah.
I'm showing. Whose channel is going up on?
This is mine.
Yeah, okay. I'm just showing your viewers.
Yeah, I was actually gonna play and record this, but I never really did it, just because I'd played it before and stuff. And yeah, to be fair, there's not actually that much collectible wise in the starting out or areas, but it is still quite entertaining.
Oh, there's a dead thing. Oh no, it's just rocks.
It's so weird to see someone play a PS4 game for the first time. The only thing that really annoys me, I don't mind if people look at the controller. If you're trying to, especially with parents, if your parents are playing video games and they look at the controller, I don't really mind that. It's when they can't control the camera angle, and when they look all the way up, and then they forget how to change it back, and then they start running around like that, and it's like you're just destroying the experience for yourself. It's not gonna look good if you're looking like constantly upwards.
Yeah, I feel like it would be nice if like if I could lock the X-axis or something, because I'm constantly.
You do get used to it. Like as a gamer, you do both at once, and it's necessary to aim as well when you have a bow and arrow and such. And what's quite interesting is you can't, if you turn around a sec to pull like a 180, those like stalagmites or stalactites or whatever, you can't actually break them now. But when you get your speed, you can actually come back and break them. You have to come back later in the game for that.
Okay.
So I think where you're going, if you turn left and then, go backwards and then right, so down the corridor there. It's like it's just light there, and it's just light sort of shows the way, and it's quite good. Just follow up the stairs. So it says go into the cave. So you're obviously in the cave at this point, but
yeah, that's something quite futuristic there. Can I open these?
No, you can't. That's it. Most of like the future stuff is either going to be scanned when you get what's called focus.
I take it I am supposed to go this way.
Yeah. It's just these little signs, like if something happens or it's not the obvious direction forwards.
Yeah, it's like in Half-Life 2 when it saves the game. You know that you're like going vaguely in the right direction.
I know a lot of people are gonna be triggered about like how you're not constantly running, because like when people first play like this bit, they just want, because they sort of know where to go, just because it's like one path. But yeah, I like this opening bit. It's a nice little way to, especially the first few missions, because it introduces you into the world very nicely.
Oh, it's the first time her seeing a dead person. Do you think?
Probably not a dead thing, because they're hunters, but
There's something shiny there.
Examine the strange object. Is it going to attack me, Louis?
so you got no, it won't. You got the prompt there, so just press triangle. There's a lot of that's like your action button or your inspect, basically.
Right. So like E.
Yeah.
It's a plectrum.
It's basically a plectrum, yeah.
I'll start playing guitar. How did she know to put it on her ear, I wonder?
Well, because it was, I'm assuming because it was on a dead person's ear. Well, like, on that part.
You see, like, that would make me less likely to put it on. Because it's like, oh, the dead person put it on their ear and now they're dead.
Yeah, but you don't like hesitate with everything that you put on.
Lights.
Yeah, it's called a focus. It's a lot like what they use in the future, supposedly.
How does it do this?
And it just scans stuff, and it's really good for when you eventually get to hunting machines. You scan them, and it shows their weak points and things like that, and it's really cool. So you toggle it by pressing in R3, which is actually the right trigger.
Oh, I hate using that button. So that's saying where the quest thingy is.
There you go. That's good. Yeah, it'll be telling you. It's like a waypoint. You just you try and find your way to it. Sometimes it's not like it'll tell you the path. It's just telling you the
where it is
destination.
going.
Yeah. Which is sometimes quite tricky, but it might not always be the exact point. It'll just be in that area as well. Sometimes if it's like a collectible, it won't tell you exactly where it is. It'll just be like in this like 100-meter radius. But yeah. So basically, at this point, I mean, I don't want to tell you how to do everything, but that door won't open, so you have to go to like where powers come from all the other doors. So like it's that purple box there. So
yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, so the only thing is you walk quite slowly when you're using the focus.
What?
So
What?
you walk quite slowly when you're using the focus.
Yeah.
So like you kind of have to, pop in and out of it, I guess. But there is a way around it on the right, I think. It's not like on the other side of the wall. So
I knew that. How many people do you think do that?
not a lot.
Shut up!
Not a lot. Yeah, it should be around.
Ugh, it's a rat.
It's hard not to say because I don't want to ruin it, but
Yeah.
I really want to tell you.
Well, don't worry.
I'm also getting really excited about recording that video. Okay, so this one, I just scan it. One sec. And now look at the door on the right, on the far right.
No.
Keep going. The other door.
That's cool.
Yeah, the other door.
What?
The other thing. That, okay.
Oh, I did not
look
even
at that.
It's connected
Okay.
to the
See,
door.
it's sort of showing you where the position needs to be.
That's where the door used to be.
No, it was where, if you go out your focus a sec. Alright, that's where the position on the door needs to be, but not on the door, on the power thing.
Ah, gotcha. So it's
Because you know you could
basically
rotate it. Yeah, it's basically nice. It gets a hell of a lot more difficult. Sometimes it'll be like, if you loads of times and you'll need to put that time closest on the clock and stuff, and it's like, that was for some end game stuff, so it was really difficult, or at least for me to figure out. But yeah,
Okay.
we'll probably do another day like this in the future. But if you guys want to see any specific games or any specific like challenges or something, just let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
So next time he comes around, then we can do something and, you know, bring more good videos to you guys. But for now, there'll just be like quite a few just random games that I want him
Why
to play.
did the door have to change colour? I thought it would open. That's not even fair.
It changed colour, but all you need to do is open it now. Right. It changed colour because red is locked, isn't it?